Well, if people were talking in the chat, I guess I couldn't see it because my old chat window didn't refresh. Let me know. Type something in chat if anybody's there. Oh, Popcorn said something. Okay. Hi, people. That was weird. Weird. I was relying on Twitch to reconnect to chat, and it did not. Okay, I have an email I have to send, and then we'll get going. Added before files had their own scopes. All right. Am I okay with my sleep schedule? What are you talking about? It's 12:30 p.m. a.m. I went out dancing. I came home. I fought with my Comcast cable connection to figure out why it wasn't working. Usually Twitch gives more quality options when there are more people on for some reason. So, yeah. I had wanted to do. So we have an assert going off, uh, because this is an endpoint beam, and if I try to go this way, it'll kill itself. And the reason why is it's expecting I think it's going to say mirror, right? But basically this endpoint beam was programmed before we let beams, yeah, it's mirror. So I need to look up like how these values get set, and I need to set them properly. So endpoint projector west, east, endpoint projector south, north. Right, because there could be two beams. There could be 3 beams potentially in the long run. Okay. So if it's a mirror, what do we do? Well, let's see, why do we want this? We want the direction. Why? Why do we want the direction? Oh, to know which way along the endpoint beam we are going. But really, okay, really we can take the delta between the guy's position. No, because it could be wrapping. Could be pointing the other way and wrapping around the level. Well, okay, well, we say dir is vector free if light.entity type is equal to case we're going to do this way. This is source. It's not a light. Light is such a weirdly spelled word. All right. It's like some kind of old English word, man. Okay. And then, if it's a mirror, there's 2 directions that the thing could have gone. And so, I don't know how we know okay, one of those directions has the highest dot product. So right, we have a direction A and a direction B. No. Beam A. Oh wait, we just use, right, we took those out and we use, we did this on stream the other day. Get mirror vectors. Delta equals guy.position minus mirror.position. Don't worry about rapid, we just care about horizontal or vertical. Okay. FA is fabs dot product dir A delta. FB is fabs dot product dir B delta. if FA is greater than O dot 5, else if FB is greater than O dot 5, else okay, if FA is greater than O dot 5, so I don't know what this means. Okay, so now I know which direction it was. But that doesn't really tell me. Doesn't really tell me which way is toward the beginning of the beam and which way is toward the end of the beam. I could I don't know. I don't know what to do here. I don't know what to do. One really ugly thing I could do is go back to the light, figure out what the light is. And no, okay, what I really need to do is I need more information. When I set these, I need more information about what was the last outgoing direction, and then I don't even need to do all this. I just dot product with the last outgoing direction. All right. Oh boy. This is not good. So all this is not right. So this whole logic is like, well, look, the most that could happen is two beams can cross over your guy. That's not right anymore for several reasons. So we need at least 4 possible beams. So all right, here's what I'm going to do. For now, I'm going to make the mirror punt a little bit, and it is going to, it's just going to say, I take you to along the x-axis, whichever one is closer to that, whatever. Okay. Oh, interesting. Endpoint takes you to the most recent mirror right now, which I don't think that's a good behavior. I think it's gotta take you all the way. We should at some point do the mirror. I'm gonna put that on my list. Mirror rendering or beam rendering. Beam clipped against mirror, so that in cases like, you know, this one, we don't draw the beam going way behind. We just like, shoop. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I think you know what I'm saying. OpenGL, you don't need OpenGL. Yeah, it's true. I agree with that. All right. It's in the wall. All right. Uh-oh. Damn it. That didn't work. Thief, lock, thief. Does not work. But I'm not going to debug that right now. Okay, we're working on the beams. It's a good thing that I'm Gotta get another drink. Okay, so step number one is to bulk up our representation of how many beams can be acting on a guy, because this east, west, and north, south, if we try to do it that way, it's going to overcomplicate things. So instead, what we do is we say, okay. I'm going to make a thing called beam hit info. there's going to be an array of 4 of them. Okay. These go away. Bucket. Okay. Got to define beam hit info, obviously. So we say projector ID, endpoint A, endpoint B, and emit direction. Beam, call it beam direction. Okay. Great. Now we go to the guys who tried to use the old info formats. I'm going to say oh, what's the beam type? All right, we only need to know this for endpoint. So we only need 3 beam hit infos. So if dot product delta it dot beam direction let's just do this. Beam okay. If beam ID beam dot endpoint projector ID. If dot product delta it dot beam direction is greater than 0, else Look how much simpler this gets. Target equals being the endpoint B, otherwise it's endpoint A. All right. So I need to, there's a thing up here somewhere that's at the oldest level compiler. Tell us where it is. Oh, well, it's going to tell me something else. Endpoint. All right. Oh no, it's up here actually. Right. I'm going to call this endpoint beam info. You know what, whatever. You have to rename all this stuff. That's what happens late at night. Now endpoint info is 0. What do I have to do? Check to east west. Actually, there could be well, could be up to 6 if I'm being honest. So projector is source.entity ID. This is still going to have like the mirrors as the source and stuff, which is not really what we want, but it's fine. It's fine. Now I gotta rename all that other stuff. Endpoint, poing. Why is someone asking me что something in Russian? That's not что. That's a vowel. I don't know your Russian, man. Privet, does that mean toilet? Why are you saying toilet in Russian? It means hello. Same thing. Same thing. What are light beams supposed to do? Well, they do different things depending on what color they are. This one that I'm working on right now is supposed to teleport you either to the beginning or the end of the beam, depending on which direction you push, which used to work back before the beams only were linear in one direction, but now they can get bounced around by mirrors. And so just, it all has to be updated to handle the more complex situation. Um, Okay, this still won't totally work. I just wanted to get it back in running order. Okay, this is bad news. It's like not doing anything, which is not really what I expected. Um, Auto ban on Bootstrap. That would be good. Is in the level 2 beam of different colo intersects. The color will be mixed together to make a new beam and a new function of it. No, that's not how this particular game works. But you can have the effects of multiple beams at the same time. So, if you have a yellow beam and a blue beam hitting you, you get both of those effects at the same time. Okay. How about for okay. So right now it's not printing anything. Still not printing anything. Wait, there we go. Huh. Let's see what it has to say for itself. Endpoint A640, endpoint B440. Beam direction, not anything. Because we're not setting it. But I don't think we depend on beam direction. Oh yeah, because we dot product. Dot producting with a zero vector will never be greater than 0.5. Unless you dot it with infinity and then it's undefined. In the UI work, you use Ocean init and it marks the edge blocks as walkable even though there's no ground underneath them. I think it could be a nasty bug later. Yeah, it basically raycasts from high up to see if there's something there, and it raycasts from too high actually. So we need to do something about that. It's just that I'm not sure what the foolproof heuristic is. My video is not synced with audio. Is that true? Is it all messed up? It might actually be 300 milliseconds off because, normally I use a separate microphone and I intentionally delay it, but the delay is not really bound to the device. How do I go where they keep changing the UI and I never know where anything is. Where's the delay? There's like a line delay here somewhere. Oh, it's set to 0. That was it. It was that sync offset on this page. I think it's probably synced. Yeah. All right. So I've got to set the direction here. And that's easy. The direction at this point is just dx. All right. There we go. So now the problem is just, I want it to go all the way to the beginning of the beam. I want it to go back to where that beam projector is, not to the mirror. And well, let's see if there's an easy way to do that. We're setting this to pos A and pos B. And where are pos A and pos B coming from? They're here. Which is not great. Although, I don't understand why I'm doing this way. Because this routine here does a light scan. Right? And light scan hits a mirror. Oh, it adds a new source. Okay. Okay, so the problem is this beam is all about the endpoints, right? So the starting endpoint, I can simply just propagate every time I make a new source here. I can say, hey, the starting endpoint is blah, blah, blah. And I can say who the original guy is who made that beam. The thing is, we don't know the final endpoint until we're done. So let's do it one step at a time. Let's get the initial endpoint working, because that one's easier. Equals source beam dot. No, this is a beam source info. Yuck. What is it, beam data again? Who the hell defines beam data? Entities. Color direction powered. Well, do we make more of those when we... We call do one beam. We add the new sources. I see. This has a beam data in it. Yeah. Okay. So we say, so entity is the most, oops. Entity is the most recent entity, but originating entity is also going to be in there. And endpoint A is also going to be in there. So actually, we don't need to have a separate member here because it's going to be copied in the beam source info, right? So this here, oh, wait. Weird. I see. Okay, this is a pointer back to the original. Wait, what? We're overwriting it. This is not good. Wow, I'm going to be tearing this apart. I might be too tired to finish this tonight. Okay, this is not going to be a pointer. Oh, wait. What the hell is going on? Okay, wait. I don't understand why I decided to do it this way. Reddit is down. It's tragic. So for some reason, I elected to have the beam be stored on the mirror, which probably isn't necessary. I'm going to try to live with that. If it gets too confusing, I'll change it. Like, I don't understand why I didn't just copy it, but that's okay. Info.beam.originating entity is source beam.originating. Not info.beam. What is source beam? It's a beam data. Damn it. All right. I'm just going to say all right. This is probably not necessary to store this at all. Oh my God. What am I doing? What am I doing? Don't program when you're tired. Yeah, see, I have to tear all this up. I have to tear all of this up because this this presumes that a mirror can only channel one beam. I guess. No, maybe not. I'm just second guessing everything. No, I'm not planning on doing something like Qt. There will be a immediate mode GUI library for sure, but probably not a retain mode GUI library. Okay. Okay, my objective is just to have endpoint A do one beam. We want this down here. To be set to the right thing. What is source? Source is an entity on the beam source info. Right. So should just be able to do this. And info.endpoint A equals info.endpoint A. That's not right. Endpoint A. Wait, I've got a parameter called endpoint. Okay. New info, because we don't want to shadow this info up here. That's a parameter. Okay, so now okay, so for this, info.endpoint A equals wrap it.position plus dir if manager.wrapping endpoint A is wrap manager endpoint A. One step only. One step beyond. I didn't need this. I hope. I feel like I missed something there, but that's weird. Endpoint A is 0. Well, let me see. Can I get into the first part of it? Yes, that works. So oh, I didn't copy it. Do one beam had more than one case, right? No. Why are you telling me that info.endpoint A is 0 from the start? That's not good. Okay, it's not 0 there. That's for sure. 7, and then 0. Am I like destroying this somehow because I took pointers to things? Okay, it's 7, 6. This is 1. This is 2. Still 7, 6. This is 3. We don't ever get past 1. That's weird. It should be pumping the thing all along. What? Oh, because we didn't hit any guys. Duh. Oh, we go into light scan. I bet that, yeah. Oh, God damn it. Okay, we do need... We do need this parameter. It's not very good to need it. So when we call light scan, problem is we call light scan from other places. Oh, maybe we don't. Maybe we don't. That's weird. Hey, look, it's always non-zero. Yeah! All right, that's good action. So I should be able to go all the way here and go to the beginning. Boom. Nice. Nice. Of course, when we go do better effects, we may want to like record the entire path in the first place. I don't know. So that's good. That's good. Now, the thing is we don't know endpoint B until the end. So the problem is, and I'm too tired to do endpoint B tonight. I'm going to do it in the morning. The problem is that while we're scanning these beams forward, we do each beam segment, and then we do all this hit guys stuff, right? But actually, we want to do all the hit guys stuff later. Because I mean, we can do this in here, that's fine. But this part, we can't do till the end. You know what? No, I can do this now. I can do this now. I mean, the only way in which this wouldn't work is if you could change the color of the beam in the middle, which you can't. Okay. Okay. So we're going to do all this. Okay. And this is going to happen. I said I was too tired to do it, but I'm doing it. What does that mean? Do I need more variables? Info. Oh. Yes. Oh, this is like all the sources. Okay. You gotta do this. I was doing the wrong thing. You gotta do this. Boom. What am I doing? Beam is not a member of entity. dx. We don't really need this dx anyway. This is temporary. Steps. We're just trying to get it to compile. So the endpoint still won't work. It goes to 5 squares past where you are. So if that happens to be clear, you go there. All right, so we can totally do this now. So do one beam is going to return endpoint as a vector 3. Return source dot position plus steps times dx. Right, something like that. Steps times dx. Wait, what is light scan return? It's an int. Right. All right. So endpoint B is this. Therefore, we don't need that, and we don't need that, and we don't need that. Maybe that works. Do we need that? Oh, damn it. When the beam, okay, this is where I sign off and come back later. So the problem is we needed to store this direction when the beam hit the guy, i.e. this loop needs to go, yeah, screw it. This is when we just rewind the hell out of everything. Something like that, maybe? I don't know. I really screwed this up. So we're back to that side working and this side not working. So the problem is, and I'm going to do this in the morning, need to store the direction of the beam on the guy while processing that one segment. B, need to store direction B, need to use direction B with the guy at the end, but this is not determined while, not yet determined while processing an intermediate segment. So I need to do both things. Like I need to iterate over the hit guys and set like an endpoint direction on them, and then when I return and I know the final endpoint, then I need to use these two things together. That'll be fine. I'll do it in the morning. Am I more productive when working at home or office? Probably at home. Thanks everybody for stopping by. I realized I was not too talkative right there, but that's how it is. And see you guys later. See you guys later.